Flex ball designed to get virtually every hair on the first stroke while washing away dirt and oil. So you're ready for the day with a clean shave and a clean face.
For over 60 years, this team has transformed itself into a championship organization.
All right, Cam Newton has joined us. We're going to start with Joe Quijada, followed by Mike Reese.
Thank you, Stacy. Hello, Cam. Just wanted to know about the excitement level and what's going on in your mind right now as you prepare for your first game with the Patriots, and how excited are you to hit that field come Sunday at 1?
Excitement level is on 1,000. Yeah, I'm excited, I'm happy. Just to get back into the rhythm of game week, the preparation, just the little nuggets that you can often forget. You have to remember, I've been away from football really for a full year, 16 games. I missed the last games of 2018 and only played 2 games of 2019. So that's equivalent of 16 games. So I haven't really had this whole process for a long time now. So, being around, taking notes, watching film, finding out about different players each and every day, locking in, excited about the game plan, and more excited about, just trying to get him in a routine with, the newness of either the play calling, the coaches, and even the players.
So it's safe to say you still get the butterflies, especially before this one?
I don't get butterflies, I give them. That was a joke.
Thank you.
Next question, Mike Reese, followed by Ben Bowen.
Good. That's a good one, Cam.
Like that.
Yes. Hairspray handshake. I got to ask you about N'Keal Harry. He loved that.
Man, why y'all just keep finding ways to tap into, the little personal informations. Everybody got a handshake, so N'Keal, I always tease N'Keal about the grade of his hair, and he say it's natural. I say he got a kid in it, and we just go back and forth. So to remove all doubt, our handshake, kind of ties into the Soul Glow spray.
Who does he remind you of, in terms of like body type receivers that you've worked with, and what do you see from the connection? That
Honestly,
you guys have.
for me, I'm not big into comparing. N'Keal is his own person. I think he's made leaps in strides from where he was prior to. Just, I think he has a better understanding of the game. That's what you only can expect from a guy, and hope from his first year to second year. Everything else, is pretty much smooth, man. He's going to get coached hard. He's going to practice extremely hard. He's been having great habits, building great habits along the way. Obviously, looking at a guy like Jules and, and just trying to find ways to get better daily.
Next question, Ben Bowen, followed by Bill Burt.
Hey, Cam, thanks for doing this today. I'm very intrigued about your vegan diet that you've been adopting for the last year and a half, and the PETA campaign that you did a few weeks ago as well. I was just curious, was your decision to go vegan and join up with PETA, was that because of treatment of animals, or you just like the diet and you just wanted to embrace the diet? And just, can you give us some examples of what your diet's like now, just eating vegan food?
Honestly, it's been like a little bit of both. I think my life really came into a halt and questioned a lot of things after watching documentary after documentary about food, from Food Inc. to What the Health, and watching things like that. So you realize the quality of food that you are getting isn't as premium as you think it is, and you can still survive, if not be more healthier without this mental kind of defamation we've had for all our lives, that we need plants. We need animals for food and protein when we get all those things from plants. So on a daily basis, I try to incorporate as much greens as possible. um, the way that I prepare, the way that the things that I put my body through on a regularity, and just trying to get prepared for a game flow, it's a little different. People understand, they see, how big I am, they see, the kind of body structure I do have. And I just, kind of result that to, my diet and the way that I've always been. God has given me this body and this talent, but at the same time, for me, I have to recover and staying hydrated and things like that. So not trying to eat foods that will inflame my joints. And so that's, you cannot eat enough green veggies.
Next question, Bill Burt, followed by Mike Giardi.
Hey, Cam, you've been very complimentary of Julian Edelman in a lot of ways. In looking over his career from outside of New England, seeing his playoff production, which is incredible. I mean, what he's done in playoff games. Yet here we are after coming off a career season a year ago, 100 catches, with not a lot of weapons here. And now that you've worked with him a little bit, what are people missing? And because this is players pick the top 100 players, as you know. And what are people missing about this guy? One Pro Bowl in 12 seasons. It doesn't seem like he's gotten the accolades he probably deserves.
Well, one thing about Jules, Highway 11, as I call him, he's a grinder, like in every sense of the word. I mean, and I know this is a lot of TMI, but for him, like today, he just speaks to the team, and he's one of those guys that every team pretty much has him. He doesn't say much, but when he speaks, everybody listens. He has everybody's attention at all times, and he spoke to the team and just let everybody know, just the point of emphasis of playing with a sense of urgency, and coming from a guy like that, knowing, he's not doing this for per se accolades. He's not doing this for validation from people who it doesn't matter to. He's not doing this for people's fantasy league. He's just doing this just because he's a competitor. And every day he wakes up, he has this invisible chip on his shoulder that he views as the size of an iceberg. So, from playing or from watching him for so long and now having the opportunity to play with him, you gain even more respect because you see it on a regularity. Every single day he has this attitude, and I always have to, kind of tease with him just to lighten him up. But, he just got that look in his face, that fiery look, and you can only respect that from a person who's been doing this year in and year out for so many different years and producing. And that's the only thing you can ask for from a teammate.
How talented is he?
Talent?
How good is he? How good is he?
I don't know what more you want me to tell you. I mean, just the stats speak for himself. And I just a guy like him, he's got the build where he may not do anything that flashes you or say like, oh, he's a one of one, but his effort, I think that's the thing, his effort. I mean, I remember joking with him. I spent some time with him outside of the facility and joking when I said, bro, I knew things was kind of turned up a little notch when you got your good players practicing hard against your good players. Meaning, like, usually Jules on another team probably won't be, touched or anything like that. But for him, he wants rep after rep after rep. He wants to, get in there and dig out, certain players, and he's on the Nikhils, the young guys, the Demirs, everybody just trying to help him. Like, hey, let's go, man, let's go. What are we doing? You know what I'm saying? Hey, let's get it again. Let's get it again and again. And to have that repetitive energy, that competitive energy, is something that's unmatched. And it's either you catch up to his mustard or he just gonna fall by the wayside. So I mean, I'm just trying to find ways to, keep up with him, and, if anything, keep that standard that he set.
Thank you.
Next question, Mike Giardi, followed by Kieran.
Afternoon, Cam. Food Inc. is a game changer for sure. Everybody should watch that if they want to be freaked out by their food.
Right.
I just want to ask you, you've obviously had to ingest a lot of information here over the last 2 months. Do you feel like when you go to the line of scrimmage on Sunday that you're going to be in complete command of what they want you to be in command of?
Well, I will hope so.
How much work has gone into it, and how much work continues to be done? Are you starting to feel like it's second nature for you now?
I wouldn't say all those different type of adjectives and verbs or whatever, but I will say it's an ongoing process to feel comfortable in this offense. And for me, it's not about this, it's not about that. It's just executing uh, and playing at a level that's premium and setting that bar to, as people would say, the Patriot way. And there's no denying it, there's no jading it, there's no, getting around it. The standard's already set. We see it every single day from the great coaches and great players that's playing here now. So we don't need no added incentive to want to go out there and do our job. It's just a prerequisite. It's something that you just got to do.
Next question, Karen Guregian, followed by Ian Steele.
Hi, Cam. Thanks for spending the time with us.
Yeah.
I was wondering, thus far, what your impressions have been of Josh McDaniels and what it's like working with him. And are you excited about what he's planning for you in the offense?
I'm extremely excited. Are you done?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Josh is he's in large part one of the main reasons why I came here as well. Um, obviously throughout the process, had the opportunity to meet with, the personnel and the coaches and things like that. And, me and Josh have just been tied hip to hip, and he does a great job with teaching. You can't too much say that about a lot of coaches. A lot of coaches coach, but a lot of coaches aren't good teachers. And, when you really go back to the genesis of things of how they started, you go back and you say, man, I've done coached this person and that person and that person and this one, and you're just blown away by his almanac of players. But yet at the same time, he makes it relatable so you can learn it in your own way.
Thank you.
Next question, Ian Steele, followed by Mark Daniels.
Cam, thanks for the time. You mentioned in your first comment that it's been 16 full games since you've played. It'll be a year and a day since you took the field. Your last game against Tampa was September 12th, and this weekend's game against the Dolphins will be September 13th. When you look back on those 366 days, I guess, what are you going to think of?
It was just a part of the chapter. I think right now where I'm at, I'm in a happy place. I I feel motivated. I feel it's just a lot of great emotions that's going on that's not hindering me from becoming my best self. Um, and yet through it all, I just like it most that I'm just a piece to a puzzle. I don't want to be the puzzle. I've tried my best daily to prove my worth to this team and understand that it's a lot of guys here that are depending on each other. And I just want to be a person that, the team and these coaches can trust and depend on.
Thank you.
Next question, Mark Daniels, followed by Levin Reed.
Hey, Cam. Devin McCourty was asked by another reporter about the fact that you will become the first black quarterback to start for the Patriots in week 1 and the second to start a game in franchise history. Just what does that mean to you?
Who's the first?
Jacoby Brissett back in 16.
Oh, duh. All right. Shout out to Jacoby. Yeah. Yes, it's a big deal. It's really a big deal. And I understand who I am. I understand, being an African American in this time of day, we have to be stronger and more, sticking with each other more than ever now. And yet this is a great feat to achieve. But yeah, at the end of the day, we got to make sure we're using our platform for positive reasons. And that's what I want to do. I want to prove to people that, it's more to a person than just what you see on the outer level. And I'm a person who've got second and third and fourth chances in my life. And, yet through it all, it should always be about what that person's about, not how or what that person looks like. And as long as I have this opportunity to impact and empower the community, whether it's Black community, whether it's the white community, where it's the, doesn't matter what community it may be, I just want to do my part as a good Samaritan on earth.
Thank you.
Next question, Levin Reed, followed by Henry McKenna.
Cam, I think you talked about the 86 days of free agency, and you've also talked about the excitement that you have, and we've also seen you on the field with the energy. How do you temper that fire come Sunday? Because I'm sure you're going to be probably just lit up to play.
I don't know. This is, man, I just want to remind even myself that I've been here before, right? This isn't like, this is my 10th season, so when you talk about emotions, I've been playing in a lot of games in my life, from a lot of opening days to a lot of first games of the year to a lot of impactful, meaningful games. And, at this particular point in my career, I think I know how to control myself. So yeah, to a natural eye, to a person, it may say, oh, he's distracted or he's so focused on listen, when it comes to the game of football, I want everybody to understand this. I am the ultimate pro. Let nothing get away of my preparation for the game of football. So anything that you may see from me dancing, laughing, this, that, and the third, at the end of the day, it's all about being prepared. And, now more than ever, I can say that I am prepared. Not say I haven't been in years past, but I can just check that off my list right now to ask the question, am I prepared this week? I can gratefully say, yes, I am prepared. And so anything else from the emotional standpoint, I just live in the moment. That's just like my life's motto. Just live in the moment, reward yourself, but at the same time, don't be too hard on yourself that, you can't get to the next play, you can't get to the next day and things like that. So it's just it's an ongoing process, but yeah, I will be preparing.
Henry McKenna, followed by Julian Benbow.
Hey, Cam. So it will be this will be the Patriots' first game in almost 20 years without Tom Brady. What pressure is on you? Is there pressure on you? And sort of what's your mindset as you take this team into a new era?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what you want me to say there. I mean, I've been here going on a month and a half, and yeah, I'm ready. I don't think it's pressure. No, it's not pressure. Just do your job. I'm planning on doing mine. So I know on opening day he's not going to really be worried about little old me. And I know on opening day I just have other things to be focusing on rather than who was here before me. I just know I got to do right by my opportunity that I do get and make the most of it.
And the last question, Julian Benbow.
Okay, Miss Julian, thanks for taking the time. I just wanted to circle back to what Devin said. Just something about what he said was interesting to me. It was like not only for the milestone of being the second Black quarterback and to start for the Patriots, but also the impact it has on like kids growing up. And I was thinking like if you were a kid in Atlanta and you saw Vic, or if you were in Philly and you saw like my dad or somebody like that, like the impact of that. And also, was there something like that when you were a kid, you were like, oh, that's what it meant to me,
Man, listen. And I say this proud, like extremely proud. When I grew up in Atlanta, Michael Vick was my hero. Still to this day, Michael Vick is my hero, right? I'm not too proud to say it. Vince Young was my hero. right? Randall Cunningham was a person that I knew. I didn't get to like really see him play growing up. But those type of athletes, Donovan McNabb, you know, African-American quarterback is the reason, like seeing those guys play is the main reason why I have this opportunity right now. Dante Culpepper, a lot of them, and I don't want to not mention,
For sure.
you know, people who did the right thing. But when I look at myself right now, it's so much that I have to do in a sense, right? And not only just protect our community, but more or less like as a father, you know, and my kids just came here in town today. So I'm even more excited just to live up to their expectations. And yeah, they're not at an age right now where their expectations is high, or they know who their dad is or what they dad do. It's more or less sooner or later, you know, when they get to that age and they're well hip to understanding who your dad was, who your dad is, and how he did certain things. I want them to know, geez, I want them to know like I did it the right way, right? I was myself throughout this whole time. I did right by people. I was good to people. I was a respectful young man. And, you know, through it all, I think I just love that and want to make the most of it. I know I just keep saying that, but I can't stress it enough. And this is coming from a person like, listen, like 2 or 3 months ago, man, I was questioning a lot of things. So right now, like as I'm looking at the Gillette and, you know, the iconic logo for the Patriots, like how can I lose? You know what I'm saying? Like, man, I was at my house just, you know, working out every single day just for a moment. And God's put me in this position that I would not take for granted. You know, I prayed countless nights. I meditated countless days. You know, I had so much counsel from, you know, my supporting cast, from friends, close, you know, family, loved ones that just was, man, keep going, man, keep going. I couldn't go to the grocery store. I couldn't pick my kids up from the daycare without people saying something. And yet now, and just to answer a question I was previously asked, you're talking about pressure. Like, that's not pressure to me. Pressure is when, you know, you're looking at your children and you're saying you're 31 and you don't know, like, you're not ready to retire, you know, but nobody's calling your phone. Like, that's pressure when you don't have control of your destiny, you know? So for me, I'm elated. I'm excited. I'm all that in a bag of chips because I knew that if God didn't show favor over me, man, who knows where I would be right now. And yet through it all, I'm gonna smile through it because I'm gonna love this whole moment because I know I just got rewarded another chance and I got to do right by it. So yes, I got to do right by this opportunity. I got to do right by my community. I got to do right by my children. I got to do right by the black man that sees me that I never meet. I also got to do right by the white man that sees me that I never meet too, but looks up to me and thinks so highly of me. So throughout it all, man, that's me. And I'm gonna make the most of it.
Thank you very much for your time, Cam. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
And that's it for today.
How do we inspire people to lead their healthiest lives? How do we bring everyone together so that healthcare finally works for all of us? We know how. We are the how. Optum. How well gets done.
What's my retirement savings plan? Oil, baby. Oil. Sprinkler pipe. Diane!
Ready or not. Gillette ProGlide and ProGlide Gel. 5 blades and a pivoting flex ball designed to get virtually every hair on the first stroke while washing away dirt and oil. So you're ready for the day with a clean shave and a clean face.
For over 60 years, this team has transformed itself into a championship organization. For over 160 years, our team has demonstrated a similar mentality. There are no days off. Our front lines are fortified by people who sacrifice individuality for the team. Our shelves are also stocked with the best quality products and ingredients. Our team members know their roles. We're proud to do our jobs. Shaw's, the official supermarket of the 6-time champion New England Patriots.
My Caleb Sofa and Love Seat. With Bob's discount, you get both pieces for just $7.99.
$7.99? Are you joking?
Do I look like I'm joking?
Yes. You look like you're joking.
I'm serious.
Cool.
Get Bob's discount! How do we inspire people to lead their healthiest lives? How do we bring everyone together so that healthcare finally works for all of us? We know how. We are the how. Optum. How well gets done.
What's my retirement savings plan? Oil, baby. Oil.